In early 1970 East London, Terry Leather runs a small car dealership. He struggles to pay bills and keep the business open. Terry wants to live an honest life, but he used to be a small-time crook. His past makes things hard. One day, Martine Love, an old friend, visits his car lot. She has a plan that sounds exciting. Martine says they can rob safe deposit boxes at a Lloyd's Bank on Baker Street. She knows the bank's security will be weak during a weekend. Terry is not sure at first. He worries about the risks, but his debts are big and the idea of fast money tempts him. Martine says the job will not need guns or violence, just careful work. Terry thinks the robbery could fix his problems. He could pay his debts and start fresh. He is careful but curious. He agrees to meet Martine again to learn more. Their talk makes him excited about the idea. Martine leaves, and Terry feels something big is coming. He does not know it yet, but the job will pull him into trouble with criminals and secret government groups. The safe deposit boxes hold more than money. They hide secrets that powerful people want to keep quiet. Terry's choice to listen to Martine starts a dangerous path. He is ready to plan a bold heist, but he does not see the risks waiting for him. Terry wants to do the job, but he needs help. He picks friends he trusts from his London neighborhood. These men are not big criminals. They are regular people who want a chance at big money. Terry calls Kevin, Dave, Bambus, and Eddie. They all know each other well. Over drinks, they talk about Martine's plan. The job sounds risky, but possible. They must dig a tunnel to the bank vault. The bank's security will be off for a short time, so they need to work fast. The group likes the idea of stealing without hurting anyone. They agree to try it. To do the robbery, they need a place near the bank. Terry finds a shop 2 doors away from the Lloyd's Bank on Baker Street. The shop is empty. They rent it and pretend to open a store for leather goods. This trick hides their real work. They call the shop Le Sac. The fake store lets them dig without people noticing. The men meet at night to plan. They talk about tools, schedules, and how to stay safe. They know the job is dangerous. If they get caught, they could go to jail. But the thought of finding money and jewels keeps them going. They do not know Martine has secrets. She works with people who want something special from the bank. Terry and his friends focus on the plan, not the hidden dangers. With everything ready, the team starts the job. Digging is hard. The ground under London is tough. They hit thick clay and old pipes. Sometimes the dirt feels loose and they worry the tunnel might collapse. The men get tired, the small space makes them nervous. They argue sometimes, but Terry keeps them focused. He reminds them of the money waiting in the vault. They take turns digging and watching the street. They use walkie-talkies to talk to each other. The plan needs everyone to do their part. They go home during the day to act normal. No one must suspect what they are doing. Martine checks on the group. She tells them to keep going and says the vault is full of riches. The men do not know she works for MI5, a secret government group. MI5 wants something from the vault, but Martine does not tell them. She watches the crew and reports to her bosses. At the same time, MI5 keeps an eye on her from far away. They want to get what they need without anyone knowing. Terry and his friends only think about the money. They do not see the bigger plan. After many nights, the tunnel gets close to the bank vault. The team is tired but excited. They are almost ready for the biggest part of the job. The tunnel is almost done. Terry and his crew plan to rob the bank during a long weekend. The bank will be closed, so they have more time. They put a lookout on a roof near the bank. The lookout watches for police or anyone else. The men use walkie-talkies to stay in touch. They dig the last part of the tunnel and reach the vault floor. They break through and climb inside. The vault is full of safe deposit boxes. The men are thrilled. They start opening the boxes as fast as they can. While they work, something goes wrong. They talk on the walkie-talkies to check on each other. A man named Robert hears them. He is a regular person who likes radios. He scans radio signals for fun and picks up the crew's voices. He hears them talk about digging and the vault. Robert knows it sounds like a crime. He calls the police and tells them what he hears. The police take it seriously. They start checking banks in the area. But they look at banks on nearby streets first. They do not find the right one. Terry's crew keeps working. They do not know Robert heard them or that the police are looking. Inside the vault, the men open box after box. They find money, jewelry, and papers. They put everything in bags. They work all night taking as much as they can. They do not know some boxes have secrets that could cause big trouble. The men are careful, but fast. They know they cannot stay long. Every minute makes it more likely someone will catch them. They talk on the walkie-talkies to stay organized. The lookout on the roof watches the street. No one comes near the bank. The police are still checking the wrong places. The crew feels safe, for now. They keep going, filling more bags with loot. As morning comes, the men must decide what to do. They have a lot, but they could take more. They know staying longer is risky. They do not know how close the police got to finding them. They choose to keep working a little longer. They want to get everything they can from the vault. The crew works hard in the vault. They stand on the cold floor, surrounded by metal boxes. They use tools to open each one. Every box is like a surprise. Some have stacks of money tied with bands, others have necklaces, rings, and gold coins. The men also find papers and photos. They do not look at the papers much. They care about the money and jewelry. They do not know some papers are very important. The boxes take time to open. The men sweat and hurry. They know they must leave soon. While they work, they find a special box. It belongs to a man named Michael X. He is a dangerous criminal who lives far away. The box has photos inside. The photos show Princess Margaret, a member of the royal family. The pictures could cause a big scandal. Martine knows about this box. She works for MI5 and they told her to get these photos. MI5 wants to keep the royal family safe from embarrassment. Martine does not tell Terry or the others about her job. The men think the photos are just another thing to sell. They put them in a bag with the rest of the loot. The crew also finds papers from a man named Lou Vogel. Vogel is a criminal who runs illegal businesses in London. The papers show his crimes and the people he works with. These papers could get Vogel in big trouble. The men do not know how dangerous the photos and papers are. They only want to finish the job. They fill their bags and get ready to leave. They climb back through the tunnel to the shop. It is early morning. The streets are quiet. The men are tired but happy. They think they did the perfect robbery. They do not know what they stole will cause big problems soon. Everyone smiles as they count the cash. They dream about new lives with no worries. They think about trips, nice houses, and helping their families. But some things they stole make them nervous. The photos of Princess Margaret are strange. They do not know why they are in the vault. Martine looks at the photos and gets quiet. She knows they are the real reason for the heist. She does not tell the others about MI5. She is afraid they will be angry. The papers from Vogel's box also worry them. The papers list names and deals. They show Vogel's crimes in detail. The men start to think the robbery was not just about money. They stole things that powerful people want back. Terry tries to keep everyone calm. He says they will sell what they can and hide the rest. But the group feels uneasy. They do not know criminals like Vogel are already looking for them. They also do not know MI5 is watching. The photos and papers put them in danger. The crew splits the loot and plans to lay low. They hope they can stay safe, but trouble is coming. The crew's happy mood does not last. They hear stories on the street. Vogel, the criminal, is angry. He knows someone stole his papers from the bank. Those papers could send him to jail. Vogel asks questions and uses his men to find answers. He soon learns Terry led the robbery. Vogel is not a kind man. He wants his papers back, and he will hurt people to get them. Other criminals are also looking for things they lost in the vault. The crew hears about this and gets scared. At the same time, the police are busy. They know about the robbery now. They search Baker Street and talk to people. The crew does not know how close the police are. Martine acts nervous. Terry asks her what is wrong, but she does not tell him about MI5. She is stuck between helping Terry and following MI5's orders. The crew feels trapped. They thought the robbery would be easy. Now they see it as much bigger than they planned. Some men, like Bambus and Eddie, want to run away. Terry says they must stay together and think carefully. Even Michael X, far away in Trinidad, hears about the robbery. He is worried because the photos were his way to control people. Terry thinks about the police. He knows some detectives want to catch Vogel. Maybe they can use the papers to stop him. The crew makes a new plan. They decide to give Vogel's papers to the police. They find detectives who do not like him. Terry sends them copies of the papers in secret. The papers show Vogel's crimes clearly. The detectives are happy to get them. They plan to arrest Vogel and his men. Terry hopes this will make Vogel stop chasing them. He also hopes the police will not connect the papers to the robbery. The crew waits and watches. They are nervous, but hopeful. Terry meets Vogel one more time. He tells Vogel the papers are gone. He says the police have them now. Vogel is shocked. He knows he is in trouble. Terry leaves fast. Soon, the police move in. They raid Vogel's places and arrest him. They find more proof of his crimes. Vogel goes to jail, and his business falls apart. The crew feels safer. They beat one enemy. Martine finally tells Terry the truth. She works for MI5. They told her to plan the heist to get the royal photos. The photos could hurt the royal family if people saw them. Terry is angry. He feels used, but he knows they must deal with MI5 now. The government does not want the photos to get out. They will do anything to keep them secret. Terry sees the crew is in danger again. Terry makes a plan. He talks to MI5 through Martine. He says he will give them the photos if they keep the crew safe. MI5 agrees. They want the photos more than they want to arrest the crew. Terry asks for no jail time and protection. MI5 says yes, but Terry does not fully trust them. He gives them the photos anyway. It is the only way to end the trouble. At the same time, Michael X gets arrested in Trinidad. He cannot cause problems anymore. Terry works to keep his family safe. He uses some of the robbery money to move them away from London. He does not say where they go. The other crew members also leave. They take their share of the loot and start new lives. They try to stay quiet and not attract attention. Martine leaves too. She and Terry are still friends, but things are different now. The robbery changes everyone. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth recaps and reviews. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the hidden truths in every story.